Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I have another fun Christmas video for you. I am loving these Christmas DIYs. I hope you are too. I know we're a little early, but you know what? For me, it can never be too early for Christmas. But before we get on with the video, I just want to say if you are new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my Oliver. And if you're returning, we love you guys so very much. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take two of these long signs from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove all the ribbon and bows that are on the end. Then I'm going to remove all the paper using my little Cricut spatula. Now, if you don't want to go through all the hassle of removing the paper, you could just work on the back side of it. I like to have mine as a finished product, so I go through and work on all of that paper there. So once it was all tore off, I spritzed it with water, let it sit for like 5 minutes. Then I'm using my paint scraper here to scrape off all that excess glue and paper. Then I put them together once it was all off, and I'm going to connect them using my giant craft sticks from Walmart, and I used wood glue and hot glue. And then I'm going to paint it with my Waverly chalk paint in the color plaster. I painted front and back. I'm then going to take some 5-gallon paint stir sticks. I cut them down to size, and then I am going over them with my Waverly antique wax. I am just brushing it all on the front and the sides, and then using a paper towel to wipe off the excess. Excuse me. And then I am measuring here. I was going an inch from the edge, and I was just making sure that it was completely even. And once I got it to be right at an inch, then I'm going to make little marks so I know exactly where to lay my stick down. Then I'm going to add my wood glue again and my hot glue, just like I did with those craft sticks. And then I'm just going to lay this in place on my sign, and making sure that the ends there go right inside the little hash marks that I made. And I'm going to do that. I did that on both sides, and then I took this smaller one and I'm going to glue it to the top of both of those that are on the side of my sign. And if you can't tell, I'm trying to make a mantle. I created this saying with my Cricut to create a stencil, and I'm using my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is basically black, and I am just dabbing all over my stencil, and it says the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. Or is it on the chimney? By the chimney, I guess. And I am going to take this stocking. It was $2.50 at Hobby Lobby, but 50% off. So $1.25. And you guys, this is huge. I can't remember, it was 19 inches, something like that. And it's thick. It's really nice. And you can get it for $1.25. So if you have a Hobby Lobby next to you, go check them out because you can get good deals. I painted it with Folk Arts Imperial chalk paint and then let it dry. I took some of this paper. As you saw, I used one of my ribbon spools there to kind of give me that rounded part. And then I'm just marking the edges here, and I'm going to trim that off. And this paper, it came from a Christmas paper pack, I think, that I got actually from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just tracing off the toe of my stocking and then the cuff part here. And I'm going to add some Mod Podge to all of those areas. Just going to brush it all on and then set it aside to dry. I think I'm going to show you. Yeah, I am. I don't know why I showed you all of this. I did the heel and the toe of the stocking, just like you see. Then I added my paper to it, and that was after the Mod Podge was dry. Then I covered it with parchment paper to protect the paper and used my heat press to reactivate the Mod Podge so it sticks all over again. Or so it sticks. Anyways, as you saw, I used my finger sander to sand off the excess, and then I'm just going over the paper and the stocking with a paper towel and antique wax to give it more of an antique-ish old look. Then I took one of these snowflakes from Dollar Tree, and I'm painting it with my, I think it was ivory, or was it plaster? It was plaster or ivory, one of those. And I am going to glue that on with my Tite Bond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue. I added a little shoestring bow to it, and then I used my Cricut tool to poke the hanger hole through that paper. I'm going to take some twine and I'm going to form a loop and tie a knot on the end, and then I'm just going to string the folded part of that loop through that hole, and then I'm going to have it next to my little knobs that I have there. I'm going to use my wood glue and some hot glue on the back of my stocking here, and I'm going to hang it just like that. I'm going to lay it and glue it just like that, and then I'm going to use my Tite Bond multi-purpose glue here, or multi-surface glue, to glue these knobs. These knobs came from Hobby Lobby, and I just covered them with the antique wax. And then I'm going to decorate my mantle using some greenery pieces, and then I'm just going to add some more greenery, some different greenery pieces to it, and some I think I use a pine cone and some berries and stuff. Um, I when after I got done with this, I was like, oh, I should have used those wood sticks that come from Dollar Tree. They're a little thicker. I'm not sure if it would have gave me enough room, but I think that might have looked more like a mantle. Anyways, or a fireplace. But once I was done, I just added a D hook for a hanger, and there it is. I really love this. I just thought it was so much fun, especially with that stocking. I was originally going to just do the stocking and was trying to think of what to do with it, and this came to mind, and I love it. Yep, let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. Okay, guys, you know I just love to stop in and say hello, talk to you a little bit. Thank you all so much for all your support that you give me. You guys mean the world to me. I just can't say it enough, because if it wasn't for you guys watching, I wouldn't be doing this, and I really do enjoy doing this. It might be a lot of work, and I might not profit much because of all the crafting supplies that I buy, but I still enjoy it, and I enjoy bringing you this content. I enjoy getting to know you through your comments, and I just appreciate you guys all so very much. So before we get on with the video, again, I want to say, if you are new here and enjoy today's video and you enjoy home decor on a budget, then I would love it if you would join our YouTube family and hit that red subscribe button, and then let me know in the comment box that you're new here. I love to get to know you. And that's my way of getting to know you guys, by your comments, because there's a lot of people whose names I recognize because of your comments. So anyways, with all of that gabbing, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 2. So I'm going to take 2 of these hummingbird feeders from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the tag, of course, and then that little hook that's on the top of it. It just pops right out. These little flowers pop right out as well. I'm going to take them off. And I saw this, honestly, I don't remember the channel name. I saw this spring, and I should have done this for Christmas in July. Somebody asked me to do a lantern, and I remembered that I'd bought this stuff to do this, and I will try and link the channel in my description box below so that you can check her out. I saw her do this, and I thought it was amazing. So I took these keys that I have had in my stash. They came from Amazon. I have a box of them, but I glued them. I was trying to figure out how to glue them, because I knew they would move around if I just tried doing the fix-all glue. So as you saw, I put some hot glue on the tip and glued it to the middle, and then added some of the fix-all glue to hold it in place. And then I'm going to add the fix-all glue around the top and put those together. And then the very top part that came off, I'm using my big scissors here to cut off that piece that the hook was on. And this, I'm trying to think of a better way that could have happened, because it did leave a little bit still sticking up. So it was kind of hard getting my lanterns to completely fit. But once I had all of this stuff glued on, if I did something wrong, so I would suggest, before you do this part, go out and spray paint it, because after I had it spray painted, I was just trying to think of time. I wanted to get this all done so that I could let it all sit for 24 hours before I spray painted it. But the next morning I woke up and went, oh shoot, I'm going to have to tape the glass in order to not get spray paint all over the glass. So I would suggest spray painting it all before you add the glass to it. So, as you can see, I'm just using my Fix-All glue to attach it to everything. Those candlesticks came from Dollar Tree. Then I taped the glass, and it looks like footballs, doesn't it? And then I painted it all with that flat black spray paint from by Rust-Oleum that I get from Walmart. And I did do a couple of coats to get through, but see, this is another reason why you should do it before or glue the glass on after you spray paint, because see how it was red on the inside? So to cover that up, I'm just going to add a little fake snow to it. So again, another reason why you should probably spray paint it all before you glue the glass on top. Once I have the fake snow on in it, I'm just going to take some of this beautiful ribbon. I love this ribbon. I get it from Hobby Lobby. They still have it. And I'm just going to tie bows, one bow on each one. And just, your simple bow, like you're tying a shoe. And of course, I'm going to dovetail the ends. And then once that was done, this came from a pick that was holly and berries. And I just kind of took the pick apart and cut off all the little wires that were connected to it. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm gluing the holly down onto the base of my lantern here, and then some little berries. And I love how this came out. Now, the person who I got the idea from, she spray painted hers gold, and it was really cool looking, but I'm not a big gold person in my decor, so I stayed with black. But I love it because it looks like those old oil lanterns, and I just love that look. And anyways, I love how they came out. Make sure you check out her channel. Again, I'll put links in my description box so you can see how hers came out. But you have to let me know what you think about this one as well in the comment box below. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have all these pretty things that Jennifer has been making. I love them all, Jennifer. Thank you so much for sharing. And then Renee has been busy. I have more to show you in the next video. But thanks, Renee. You're doing awesome. And then Mary has all these beautiful pieces that she made as well. Thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 3. So for this DIY, I am going to take 3 of those small wood hanging planks from Dollar Tree. I'm going to put them together side by side like you see. I'm going to use my giant craft sticks, and I'm going to use my wood glue and hot glue, just like I did on the big signs, and I'm just going to connect them all together like this. Now, if you wanted to cover this up with paper so that people don't see the sticks in the back, you're more than welcome to do that. Or you could do it the way Kathy Jo does it, which she uses tape all over the back. Anyways, I'm going to paint each one of those planks a different color. One's going to be with my Imperial Red by Folk Art, one's with Antique Green, and one by Folk Art, and the other one is my Waverly White chalk paint. Then I took my little finger sander. These words come in a 3-pack from Dollar Tree. I just sanded them a little bit so that the paint adheres better. And then I painted one with my Imperial and 2 of them white. Then I'm going to take some more of this ribbon that I absolutely love, and I'm going to glue it around one end. And I'm just going to use my hot glue here. And I'm going to push that ribbon down, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm sorry, that's not in view. And then I'm going to take some more. I'm going to take 3 pieces of that ribbon, and I'm going to do 3 bows. And I just do the awareness ribbon, scrunch it up in the middle, use some twine, which this is just some red cord that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm just going to tie that around, tie a knot in the back, trim it all off. I'm going to dovetail the ends, and if you don't know how to dovetail, you just fold it in half and cut at an angle. And then once I have that all done, or all 3 of them done, I'm going to hot glue one on the ribbon on each side of each different plank that's painted different colors. When I was doing this, my grandson came in and he's like, "Mimi, why are you making a Mexican flag?" I thought it was kind of funny. Anyways, I am taking some These little greenery picks, I got these from Amazon in a big pack of table scatter. I'm just going to glue one on each end of each bow, and then I'm going to take some pine cones that I got from a box of pine cones from Amazon a year or so ago, and I'm going to glue some on, I think it's the top and the bottom part of each bow. And after that, I'm going to take some little berries. Now, I think these berries came from Temu, and they're small, and I like the size they are. Most of the time, the ones at Dollar Tree are kind of too big and stuff. So, I just glued some of those on, and then I'm just going to find the middle point here, and I'm going to go over 2 inches on each side. Use my big mouth crocodile to create those holes. If you are interested in that, I have that in my description or in my Amazon store if you'd like to check it out. And then I'm going to take some more of that beautiful ribbon that matches. I put some tape on the ends, and then I'm just going to tie knots on the end, make it the length that I want. And we have a beautiful little hanger, and that's all there was for this one. I absolutely love it. Although ever since my grandson asked why I was making a Mexican flag, I can't unsee it now. But anyways, I guess I'm not done. I forgot about this part. How can I forget about this part? This is like the main thing. I'm going to use my Fix All glue because we all know that hot glue doesn't work for metal. And I'm thinking that my Tight Bond doesn't work real well on the metal either. So I'm just using that Fix All glue. You can use E6000 if you'd like. I'm going over the back of each one of my words, and I'm just gluing them on. And then I just added some heavy paint bottles on top and let them sit overnight, so that it gives time for that Fix All glue to adhere. And there it is. I love how this came out. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. Let me know in the comment box below. Okay, DIY number 4. Oh, I'm sorry if you hear the grandkids in the background. They are off for the next few days and they're driving me nuts already. Anyways, I took this as a 9x12 board that I got from Woodpecker Crafts. I painted both front and back with my white paint, chalk paint. I'm going to use this. It's called Jingle Bells. This is a new Christmas Chalk Couture transfer. If you get Chalk Couture, that yellow side, they now are starting to color the side so you know which side to use, so you don't put your transfer on the yellow side because then it's going to stick permanently, or it will be a hassle getting it off. But I am fuzzing my stencil or transfer since it's the first time I'm using it. If you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, it's a self-adhesive silk screen transfer, and we fuzz it the first time we use it so that it doesn't pull up our paint or paste. So I'm using my shimmer, what is that? Shimmer. Oh my goodness, I can't say shimmer shadow, I think is what it's called. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm going to go over the whole transfer with just this one color. And you guys, this is supposed to be shimmery, and it does seem very shimmery to me. So I don't know if it's just getting old and it's lost its shimmer. I don't know, but I don't want to lose my shimmer as I get old. But anyways, that was corny. I just went over my whole transfer. I am a Chalk Couture designer. If you are interested or have any questions, I have a link in my description box. You can check it out and email me. I got this sleigh from Kathy Jo with Kathy Jo DIY. She's my best buddy, and she sent me this. And so I wiped it all off. I took those middle parts out, and middle parts out, and I painted it with my ink chalk paint. I'm going to take a page from this beautiful paper pack I got last year from Hobby Lobby, and I am going to trace out one of those, the one that didn't break. I'm just going to trace it all out, and then I'm going to cut it out. And I'm going to do that 2 times because I thought now that it was empty because I took those other things out, I didn't want you to see the floral foam that's going to go in it. So I thought, well, let's use some pretty paper. So I used this paper from this paper pack and going to put it in. And on the back side, I put it so that the front was facing inward because you're not going to see the back. So anyways, you're really not going to see the front either because it's going to be covered. But oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm going to take some of these bells. I think I got these from, I can't remember if it's Dollar Tree or Dollar General, but I took some of the ribbon that I took off the first project, and I am just going to glue them onto the bells. I'm cutting them down so They're all different lengths. And I'm just kind of poking them in. I'm using my needle nose pliers to pull them through. And then I'm just going to glue the ribbon together so that it stays. And yeah, and then cut it down, cut the length a little shorter than the other two. And after that, I am going to take the three bows that I took off of those signs. I'm going to dovetail the ends, and then I am going to fix the bows because they really kind of, I don't know. One of them was, I'm like, is this even a bow? It looked awful. So I fixed the bows, glued them on the top of the bells, and then I'm going to glue each of my ribbons to the top of my sign, just like that. And then I'm going to take that fourth bow and glue that on top of there. And then I am going to take some of these trees from Dollar Tree. I'm removing the wood piece on the bottom. I'm just screwing them off with my needle nose pliers, just kind of holding it and pulling it out. And then I'm going to pluck those right in there. And then I took some of this candle ring from Hobby Lobby. I got this last year. I think it was like 75 or 90% off after Christmas. And I bought a whole bunch so that I'd have them for this year because I love using these because they're a really nice size. But I'm just cutting little pieces off to kind of fill in so you wouldn't see that floral foam that I had stuck in there. But I was just like, okay, I've got to do something else. So I took some of this car washing rag thingy that you get from Dollar Tree, and I'm just cutting this down, and I'm going to cut off the seam because no one wants to see the seam. And then I'm going to pull my floral foam back out of the sleigh and then measure how much I need. I'm going to trim it off, and then I'm going to use some hot glue, just a little bit, and glue that onto that end and then do the back side as well. Now, when I stick this back into my sleigh, I did have to be very careful because it was trying to pull that up. But if you don't have one of these sleighs, Dollar Tree does have a little sleigh that has like the tinsel. You could always use one of those and, just take off the tinsel, and you probably couldn't paint it. You probably have to wrap it with yarn or twine or something, but you could still make it look really pretty. Unless you can find another metal or plastic sleigh. That's a good idea too. I went and used a drill and poked holes on the bottom and used a zip tie to connect it. And there it is. I did not have to use a stand or anything because that sleigh is the stand, and I love how this came out. I think it is so fun. You have to let me know what you think about this one as well. And here is the final reveal. I hope you enjoyed today's DIYs. I enjoyed them. I think I got my mojo back because I was just crafting up a storm. I even have 2 ready for my next video already. But anyways, I will be back again on Sunday with another video. So with all of that, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Be praying for me because I have my grandkids here until Monday. Oh, and they're driving me nuts already. But anyways, with all of that, you guys, I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.